Hello there.
Welcome.
Hello there.
Welcome.
Perfect. Love it. Good shit. Oh, there's one more thing I haven't done yet. Boop. Alright. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Man, the transition stinger takes a little longer than I expect sometimes. We'll see how this goes. I started, I created a new, start.
The connection that binds us as an interstellar community is fragile.
I've not played that much of this game in terms of, let's see, well, I have played a fair bit. I have 150 hours in it, but not necessarily all of that was like focused attention or anything, for one thing. And then for another thing, the only stories that I've completed, see, I've got this check mark, hiding story states that have not been unlocked yet. I've unlocked the HQ with Bozotan and Dalbusta. Like, that's basically Hatikva Free League, doing that storyline, and then the HQ, I'm not sure. I was playing the Terran story start. What was it? the Terran. Which one was this? Terran Cadet. I was playing that for a little bit.
In the aftermath of the escalating tensions.
And it seemed like you get a different. If you play that specific story, you get a. You meet Bozo Ta and get the headquarters in a completely different location, which is interesting. I'm wondering if I can have that happen if I avoid doing any of the Kingdom End stuff until like later on. I don't remember what either of these were. The Lost Boron was like the idea of the Lost Boron is you're part of the what. Because that's one of the stories that I have also completed, was the, not Diplomatic Network, Kingdom End. I have completed the Wayfinder Expedition, but I never finished the Queen's Herald or whatever. So, but we'll start with the default. I'm wondering if you don't go to Heretic's End, because if you go to Heretic's End, Bozo Ta and the HQ just kind of fucking appear there. And then in that the Terran story, they you know, you're kind of railroaded in the Terran story. Like you can't even enter Heretic's End in the Terran Cadet story. So or no, wait, was I able to enter Heretic's End? I was able to enter Heretic's End, but Bozo Ta didn't appear, and I wasn't able to go on the jump gate. I wasn't able to go into the jump gate. So, that was in Heretic's End that gets activated and whatnot. So that's something. So what I had done in the past was I would have, you know, I wouldn't have all this crap. I just have all this crap just because, honestly, the main reason I have all this crap is because secure containers can be a bitch to find, and you need at least one or two or three for the mission with for one of the missions with the Hatikva Free League. So that's like the main reason to have a bunch of this. And what I had done in the past was I would have, you know, spacefly eggs, and in a update that was relatively recent, they made it so that spacefly eggs or spacefly caviar requires spacefly eggs and rare spices. You have to have rare spices as well as spacefly eggs in order to make the spacefly caviar, which was interesting to find out when I tried playing a custom setting thing at one point. But I guess my idea for this character and this setup is like they've been buying a bunch of stuff. Like this is all kind of just an average of, you know, how, you know, over time they've been buying some of these crafting materials to kind of a investment, right? And then also over time, you know, as they were working as a miner, because what we have is we have a we're starting in a porpoise mineral miner ship. The idea is that, like, oh, you're a boron, you're living in the boron region, you're separated from the Kingdom's End, from the Queen and everything, and you're just kind of getting by, working for this. I don't know the lore surrounding the boron to know if this makes that much sense, but the idea is that, like, you're kind of working for a trade company, and you've kind of grown in the ranks of the trade company, and you're kind of captaining this mining ship that's pretty nicely fitted out, and then, like, some sort of weird wormhole teleports you to Nepelios Fortune 2, and you're like, I placed the character like right here, which looks like it's right on the little highway system that's in there that just goes really far for some fucking reason. I just think that that's kind of a interesting idea that you kind of like entered a wormhole and get completely teleported to like a random location in the Commonwealth, and from there you're kind of left with like, oh, you know, I have my crew, I have my ship, we're cut off. We were already cut off from the Queendom, and now we're cut off from the rest of the Boron. What do we do? Now the problem with this idea is that, like, obviously you want to, as you start exploring, you're going to hear about the group that goes to the Kingdom End, starts the Kingdom End storyline. We're going to have to kind of ignore that and pretend that happens like later in our story or something. I don't know. I'm coming up with silly little story for this Lost Boron situation. I don't know why I'm coming up with this whole backstory for it, but I guess I am. So all you have is the ship, but you do have, like I said, over time you were kind of investing in stuff, and you have also managed to collect a bunch of blueprints to, because you were thinking of maybe trying to start your own trade company. And well, hey, look at this. Isn't this like a perfect potential opportunity here? So, so what we've got for like faction relations, Queendom of the Boron is known, and pretty high relationship. Pretty high. I don't know. Like you were. I don't know. I think that makes sense, maybe. And then everything else is kind of default, and unknown to the player. Like nothing is known to the player to start off, besides the Queendom, which I think only counts as the version that you actually start off meeting. Like it turns into the Queendom when you've done the full Kingdom's End quest line. The other thing about these resources that I picked was like, all right, so the spacefly eggs, that's kind of a cheaty thing to do, because like it basically allows you to, you start off with this amount of money that you can start off with. Well, all you have to do is get a really cheap starting ship, or even just your spacesuit, start off somewhere close to a station or whatever, and then all you have to do is be like, oh, let me go and craft a bunch of spacefly caviar, and then you have like 100 million credits to start off. I kind of want to start off like less cheaty, I guess, less of a cheating kind of starting situation than that. So I've given myself a bunch of blueprints in terms of like, well, that's the money that you start off with is up to that much, and fuck me, I'm just gonna make use of it as much as I reasonably can, and still have like a little reasonable story going on here. So I think I've short enough of that. We'll just get started. Also, it's the new updates, the 9.0 Empires update or whatever. I've never gotten far enough into this game to really have done anything with any of that sort of stuff. We're just gonna get started here, see what we can sort of figure out as we go, because I've not been able to like keep myself invested to get especially far. Now, the thing about this starting location is, as far as I could tell, when I was kind of testing out this start, and like I said, the starting items. One thing I forgot to mention about those starting items was like, the other thing about them, besides the spacefly eggs cheating thing, was also I checked with the you know, what was here. Let's this is what I'm gonna want to look at. The factions. It's the provinces adrift rather than the queendom of the Boron, because it's the provinces adrift that were separated from the queendom. They were separated from the queendom as well as the rest of the gate network during the big gate shutdown or whatever. Newly reconnected string of Boron systems. Despite being disconnected from Boron homeworld, inhabitants were initially reluctant to create their own system of autonomous governance. Yeah. So, Royal Steward is the office. Basically, the goal is to, you know, eventually be able to reconnect with the Queen and Kingdom End. Inherently cooperative species. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a, you know, so basically there's a few factions in the Boron group. Oh, my face is covering some of this story that I was kind of skimming over here. Basically, yeah, the Boron, there's a few distinct groups within the provinces adrift. You know, some are like, yeah, let's definitely connect it up with the queendom as soon as we can. Other groups are like, nah, fuck that. So where we're at right now, like, we just came out of that wormhole. We're like, oh shit, what's going on? How did we get here? What's happening? Oh, hold on. Also, I want to change for my own purposes. Well, and also for the visual of this playthrough. My logo, I was able to upload my little old logo that I made way back in the day at some point. I think Saffron looks the best. The Cardinal doesn't look bad either, but anyway. Organization name, always Fission Products. Always Fission Products. And oh yeah, and then another thing about, like, starting as a Boron as opposed to like any other species is just something that I kind of want, because I kind of vibe with their whole jive. You know what I mean? Like, Boron, their species as like as a whole, just like, I kind of jive with it. I think they're such a cool and interesting species. And that's literally it. It's just like, I think they're cool. Gunnery control. What is this? Navigation console. All right. Well, so we find ourselves in this system of Nobilios Fortune 2. All right. And we don't know anything that's here. So first thing we should do is maybe run a scan. Also, this view is like really. This is the first time I've actually spent flying around with this ship, and holy cow, this view is kind of bad. All right, so well, I guess we're heading to the super highway. What? Oh, we can't do scans while we're on this? Alright. Oh, there's something there.
Unknown station.
Unknown station. Alright. Cool. Let's go ahead and head towards that. What is our inactive mission right now? It's probably the upkeep to, yeah, acquire a captain. What we can do we'll say it's the case that I was the captain, but like since we found ourselves in this situation, we come to the conclusion that we need a
Tonias. E. Mineral.
hello. And what do we got? What is this? Per. Okay. Well, we want more information about that. That's a new faction, I want to say. And suddenly we know a whole bunch of factions. Holy cow. We've got the Skill Plate Pact and the God... Oh, no, wait, no, it's not a whole bunch of factions. It's just that... Right, so you get all this information about the various nonsense with your faction. I don't know why this is all like separate. That's not the information that's very interesting. So God Realm of the Pyramid. So we've encountered the Pyramid. So that's a theocratic feudal society worshipping the concept of the three-dimensionality. They refer to their ancient holy texts to justify their archaic power structure and pervasive authority. Although this god realm has been cut off from Pyramid Prime, they understand themselves to be the true purveyors of the Pyramid faith. After the gates realigned, their strict interpretations of this faith resulted in tensions with the Holy Order of the Pontifex, and eventually a civil war broke out. Still, the god realm maintains that the ultimate goal is not to exterminate the Pyramids fighting for Holy Order, but to welcome them back into the fold. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I don't know too much about the Pyramid beliefs and systems and whatnot. I know that like the leader of a faction we haven't encountered yet, or a group we haven't encountered yet, is a Pyramid. But he seems very like committed to the knowledge group that he's part of, rather than to the either faction of the two Pyramid groups. So we've met the God Realm of the Pyramid, and then there's the Holy Order of the Pontifex that we'll evidently eventually encounter. And we've got the Scale Plate Pact, which is a conglomeration of greedy businessmen, desperate cutthroats, and refugees displaced by the Xenon overrunning Scale Plate Green. Local phenomenon at first, these pirates were soon joined in their illicit endeavors by Talati Company workers who had lost their livelihoods in the economic downturn created by the Jumpgate shutdown, and spread throughout the universe. According to rumors, some of their most ferocious fighters were once Ministry of Finance cadets who were not able to cope with the strict training regimen, dubious mental conditioning required to turn Talati pilots into efficient police. While all of these desperate groups originally came together to ensure their survival by dealing in illicit goods, the scope of operations soon widened to maximize profits. Paired killings, capturing ships, and hostage-taking now account for a large share of their profits. Those who could not live with the direction of this organization had taken found themselves left behind or shot in the back. Dang. Dun dun dun. Okay. What else we got? We can click on all this stuff just to lose the stuff. It's just like extra information that isn't that useful to us as it is, I don't think. Alright, so now we know of two races. Predominantly peaceful Boron aquatic life forms from the planet Nishala. Initially pacifist, the discovery of their world by the split forced them to invent defenses and adapt to war. During a close relationship with the Argon, the Boron remain a wise and measured people. Interesting. That's how we view ourselves, I guess. Pyramid. So we only know the God Realm so far. Physically imposing Pyramid, often regarded as arrogant by several races, which usually stems from their exceptional mathematics skills and religious fervor. Allied with the split and distrusting of the Argon, the Pyramid have been in several conflicts where they use their technological prowess and multi-level thinking to gain tactical advantages. Alright, interesting. What's the... what? Why does that say one new in the factions? What? Oh, that's lovely. Is that a bug? Great. Alright, so yeah, we've encountered that. Interesting.
Unknown
And
station.
then there's this station here, so let's head to it. Maybe we can get some information about where we found ourselves. Plus, knowing Maja dust. Is it Maja or Maha dust? Maha dust factory. I want to say Maha dust, but I wouldn't know. So, we might find ourselves aligning with the skill plate just because they're the first ones we encounter here.
Major dust factory.
Oh, it's Maja dust. Okay.
Docking permission granted.
Oh, we were granted docking permission. Lovely. Where do we dock? I think I saw it up here. Yeah. Yum.
Docking complete.
Legal to the God Realm. So because we know of the God Realm of the Pyramid, we know that Maja dust is illegal to them. Okay, interesting.
Porpoise. Mineral.
And then there's my little logo. Like, as soon as we find ourselves in a new location, we're like, yeah, screw our old company that we were working for. This is our ship
Porpoise.
now.
Mineral.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what the story is. Alright. Voice. So, yeah, we've got our, our mining ship. Kind of our, like I said, we were a pretty decent ranked individual with our trading company. It's not that we're saying, oh, fuck them. It's more that we're saying that, well, we were thinking of retiring and starting our own business venture anyway. This seems to kind of just be like a opportunity that has presented itself to us. But in the meantime, we're still a little unsure, like, what exactly we're doing or able to do here. Let's check out the manager's office, see if they have some information for us. I don't know what you can. I don't know. I don't think you can get much from this. Oh, this is a. Oh, there's a pyramid.
What do you want? I'm not helping you.
Can I find something? No, you're not
What do
helping
you
me.
want?
Okay,
Be
goodbye.
gone.
Alright, see ya. Oh. Interesting. Hey, you got any
What do you
information
want?
for me? You're a engineering person?
I'm not helping you.
Okay, fine. You don't have to help me. I won't help you either. Fuck off.
What do you want?
What about you? What you got? Engineering?
I'm not helping you.
I'm not helping you, but I could hire you. But I could hire them if I wanted to pay them the money for me to do so. Okay. Let's head to the trader's corner. Let's head to the trader's corner. Well, this seems like as good a time as any to craft some stuff out of all this stuff I've been saving up all this time. Such as a bunch of first aid kits, maybe? I don't know what's the most valuable stuff. Obviously, Spacefly Caviar we can't do, because we did not hold on to things that were illegal to our faction. Interesting. So I can make a bunch of that stuff, but I don't really want to. This should be useful to craft. It gives us a little bit more money than we started off with. Okay. Let's see. Luxury items are probably going to be some of the most useful. Fine meal and Nevidium jewel. Let's start with those. And we'll craft as much fine meals as we can. And that'll give us another little bit of influx of starting cash here. We found ourselves here. And I guess first aid kits as well. That'll also be a decent thing to sell. And then on top of that,
Can I help? Here you go.
always be on the lookout for supplies to be able to make stuff with. Just always gotta be on the lookout for that sort of stuff. Go ahead and buy Thrusters Mark II in case we ever need it. Use is illegal with or without a police license. Right, but this is probably one of the only places we can even get it. So might be good to have. And then having the bomb launcher is also useful. Okay, and then we've got the fine meals that we crafted, first aid kits, Nevidium jewel, and xenotexts that we were able to craft. And that's kind of it here. That kind of gets us our initial setup going. Right. Where can I find... Where can I... I don't know. Let's see if we can find our way to a shipyard or equipment dock. Because that'll allow us to maybe get some bearings. Thank you. So that can maybe get us some bearings on the where we're at in the Commonwealth, basically. Like what all we're dealing with around here. And then also, hold on. Oop, wrong button. Map. I guess Shift I is what I should have clicked. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Personnel management. This place goes for captain. None of them are really suited for being a captain, but I think that's not what I wanted to look at.
Warning. Explosive
And promote to
materials
captain.
can
There you
be
go.
hazardous. Please contact the Dark Master if you haven't.
And
Alliance of the Ward seeks inquiring minds.
oh, there it is. So this is the
Convene at our expedition staging grounds in Heretic's End. We intend to illuminate the mysteries of Jumpgate technology.
Heretic's End.
All are welcome. Science knows no boundaries of race or faction.
Yeah, so that's the thing that I was talking about. That like we have to kind of pretend that that doesn't show up until later in our story, because that's that has to do with the Kingdom's End stuff. Which I think that for our character, like that wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't be like an active thing yet. Readings alongside messenger drone communication with Queendom of Boron and Kingdom End. We suspect that Jumpgate reactivation is imminent. Alliance of the Word dispatch an expedition to investigate the matters. All right, Alliance of the Word. Does that give us the faction of the Alliance of the Word? Oh, we've learned about the Argon Federation. Founded by the descendants of Terran settlers cut off from their home system and stranded in deep space during the Terraformer Wars. Their colonized planet, Argon Prime, is the Federation's heart and a cultural and industrial hotspot to this day. Federation tries to maintain good relations with the other races if they deem these relations to be mutually beneficial. But ever since the Gate shutdown, diplomatic relations on all sides are deteriorating and conflicts, such as the war with the Holy Order of the Pontifex, emerge. Dang. Alright, get rid of all these notifications. Free families. Let's see. HQ location. Neutrals. Empire of Patriarch Kronkar was in disarray even before the Gate shutdown fractured the Empire. The systems disconnected. The smaller families rebelled against the Patriarch of all split and fought an intense war for independence. They persevered and managed to establish a different kind of split society in their systems. One that is not lorded over by one patriarch. Instead, every family is governed autonomously by their own patriarchs. Now that the jump gates have reconnected, this new way of governance is imposed by the patriarchy. After the fires, the patriarchal empire seeks to unite the split under a single family once again. Oh, excuse me. 3 split families. So are they? So wait. So they decided to like kind of unite as trade partners with one another. Different kind of split society. Each family governed autonomously by their own patriarchs. Yeah, so I guess they kind of formed a bunch of smaller societies as opposed to one big empire, and then when the empire re-emerged, they came to the conclusion of wanting to stick together and maintain their new way of life, I guess. Let's see. Talati Company took to space travel relatively recently, at least compared to other factions. Everything they do is driven by their overriding imperative to turn a profit. They expand their reach in the hopes of coming across potential new trading partners and novel, exciting technologies they can sell. As the name implies, their organization is structured like a company, with a CEO in the leadership position surrounded by a board of directors. The company's internal divisions are governed by the chairman, who are given a lot of room to maneuver as long as their policies increase the bottom line. As a result of this outlook, it is not uncommon for chairmen to be in league with pirates and smugglers. Interesting. Other friends with provinces adrift. Interesting. They consider themselves friends with the provinces adrift, despite not being in direct contact with them. And yeah, it looks like there's a bug here. 13. Oh, wait. Maybe it got fixed when we closed and reopened. Check those off. Oh, no, hold on. Oh, wait, no, there's a new race that we can read about, the Talati. Those are like Talati, one of the founding members of the community of planets, and have a natural affinity towards business and the accumulation of profit. They enjoy favorable relations with other races, although some find their drive for profit disconcerting. The long lifespan gives them a unique view of the jump gate shutdown, as does their previous experience being cut off from their home system of, oh gosh, Yanimus Zura? Alright then. Where's... energy cells. Used to manufacture fucking everything. Cool. Major dust. Produced by Pyramid, I guess. Major snails. Pyramid production. Used to manufacture. Okay. Wait. The snails. Produced from cells, snails, and spices. The snails are produced by cells and water. Okay, medical supplies. There's a bunch of different ways. Energy cells, plankton, water. Spices, water, wheat. Alright. No strop oil. Produced mainly by the Talati. Cell spices, flowers, water. Spices produced by cells and water. Used to manufacture a bunch of stuff. Okay. Really don't want to read all that right now. Mostly just want to keep up on the races and the factions that we encounter. Get data entries too, to get a better understanding of the wider universe that we find ourselves in and we expect it to be, as Boron's cut off from our home world as well as the rest of the Jump Gate network. Alright, so let's see. There are missions available for us here if we wanted to consider. So let me see. Oh, I guess we missed something. Keep it in one piece. No secret that the most successful freebooting types tend to amass wealth well beyond their ability to spend. Occasionally, however, sometimes treasure hunters interpret these stories to their advantage. Curse is entirely fictional. Content retention. Any bro possession of a clue towards one of these purely imaginary locations. Recently purchased a capital mining ship. Preparation for search. We would in turn pay a considerable amount to anyone willing to board the ship and permanently relieve her of this burden. Yeah, no thanks. I don't intend to do any piracy at this present
Porpoise. Mineral.
So I think I actually want to control the ship. Thank you. I meant to undock. There we go. could. I said I didn't want to do anything particularly illegal, but these are pirates as far as I've come to understand already. And supposedly they're doing some illegal stuff. So, let's take a peek at this signal leak. Why don't we?
1 moment, please.
Hello? Communication established. Oh, hello.
My plan is working.
Oh.
Now, I just need to dial in the Heretic's end coordinates.
Oh.
And I must go now.
Okay.
My captors will soon return, and there is so much more to prepare.
Okay. Well, so much for trying to see if we would encounter Bozo Ta in a different storyline, because that's just Bozo Ta saying, "Oh, I'm about to go to the Heretic's End." Okay. Alright then. Well, I guess that's what happened. So much for that idea of, like, seeing a different story of Bozo Ta escaping or something. Alright. Commission unlocked. Agricultural aids offered by pilot for 35 hours. What does this mean? I don't even know what that actually means. I think it means that you can sell something for a different price or something. I don't know. We have a message. Collaborative expedition notice. Oh, that's the thing that I said we wanted to maybe pretend we don't hear about until later. I kind of want to pretend we don't hear about Bozo Ta until later either. I want to wait until we do the Hitikva story before we do much of any other stories. I want to do that story first because I like the idea of getting what's his name? I keep forgetting the name of the guy from the Hitikva story. I want to get him, like, unlocked as soon as possible, basically. So in the meantime, let's see what else we got a message. Messages get onto the map? No. It wasn't a message. A low priority message? Is it... Wait, what was the message from Bozo Ta? I thought... Was that a mission? My plan is working. Alright. Reward. Access to the greatest scientific mind of our time. Pleased and overjoyed that someone has stumbled upon my secret transmission. Should you wish to meet in person a mysterious traveler, then make haste and journey to the location I have indicated. I will follow as soon as the inattentiveness of my split captors allows. Okay. Again, that's something I want to wait until later to do. Along with this as being something I want to wait until later to do. So set that to inactive. Alright. So we haven't found, like, any information I find useful yet. Because I would like to get myself to being